Ladies and gentlemen, this is ghostx and welcome back to the channel. The Tomb Easter egg has been a little bit of a struggle to a lot of us, especially solo players. Despite all the guides available so far by other creators, many players seem to find it difficult when it comes to the boss fight. Of course, the boss here is the Sentinel artifact. So today I wanted to share with you what I consider the best strategy to beat the boss for solo players. Go ahead and support our channel with your likes, comments, and subscribe, and let's roll the clip. Before we get started, let's go ahead and review the best loadout in my opinion. For the main weapon, I used the ASG-89 shotgun with the same loadout that you see here on the screen. I removed the optic, which is basically not necessary, and also the Dragon Breath Fire mod, which is not of a good damage when it comes to the boss. Ether Shroud continues to be the most important field upgrade to have, as it shields you when time comes to focus your fire on the boss. As for lethals, I used the Compact X, which is very good for specials and elites damage, especially after you freeze them with your ice staff. For tacticals, I found it useful to use the shock sticks, especially when you have 5 or 6 specials and elites chasing you in the arena. For gobblegums, you can use whatever you have. The higher gobblegums that you have, the better your gameplay. I used Dead Drop, Who's Keeping Score, and Perkaholic. The most important advice I want to give you is that you don't use your Perkaholic gobblegum, but only to keep it available in case you go down during the boss fight. However, make sure you purchase all your perks during the preparation for the boss fight, and when you go down, you can use your Perkaholic. Trust me on this one, it's a game changer. If you want to know my augments, leave a comment and I will answer with as many details as I can. Now let's go ahead and get to the gameplay. Before you start the boss fight, make sure your weapon is Pack-a-Punch 3 and has golden rarity. If you have it less than that, there is a high chance of you not surviving it. You could get away with less rarity or Pack-a-Punch if you're doing it with a squad. Also, 3-plated armor is a must. All perks and of course Score Streak if you can pick one. I would pick Mutant Injection or Sentry Gun just in case things gets really messy. First part starts now. The Sentinel artifact will start spinning, and as long as you stay down, it won't hit you. You can use your ice staff to shoot the podium and all zombies will be damaged and they won't reach you. And here we go, the artifact now can take damage and the Ether Shroud comes in handy to avoid zombies while we shoot the artifact. Once you see ammo power up, that means the phase has ended. Second part starts now, and I would recommend staying by this rock behind a cover so you won't get hit by the artifact beam. And use the ice staff at all times to kill zombies, and you can just pull the X so it causes more damage even after the nerf and patch that we just had. It still causes like 5,000 damage, which is better than the shotgun that I'm holding, to be honest with you. Basically, you freeze zombies with the ice staff and switch to the X to cause more damage and then go back to the ice staff and so on. Now the beams stopped and the 2 artifacts can take damage. If you can damage both of them before the phase ends, it would skip a phase for you. Third part basically the same, but there are like 3 beams instead of 2, and we'll continue with the same strategy by using the ice staff to kill zombies until the artifact are ready for damage. When they're ready to take damage, focus your fire on one of them because the rest will be immune. You still won't get any elites or specials in this phase. Now part 4 and the chaos actually begins here. You will have an armored zombie carrying an artifact that you have to kill. However, things could get really messy from now on, as the artifact carrying zombie will be accompanied by specials or elites, but the one that carries the artifact would be the faster. The best strategy here is to try and kill as many of the other zombies before you get to the one carrying the artifact, using the ice staff to freeze and pulling out the X. You'll probably notice the 5,000 damage I'm talking about and while holding the X out. Once you kill the targeted zombie, you will need to do everything in your power to get to the dropped artifact and shoot it on time. Otherwise, the phase will fail and you will need to repeat this step. Part 5. Now you will have a double gas carrying the artifact. Use the same strategy I just explained. Try to get rid of the other special zombies before you kill it, unless it reaches you first. And a good advice here, if your staff needs to be charged or refill ammo, run as fast as you can, stay away from any specials, and then stop and charges your staff. Don't charge it while you're walking, because the special zombies will catch up to you. There is literally no time limit in this boss fight. Take your time, don't get overwhelmed, look for an armor, relax and recharge. Part 6, the craziness becomes more crazy with the mimic coming out carrying the artifact. Basically, we will be using the same strategy. Run fast, stop, charge your staff, shoot on the ground, hold your X out, rinse and repeat. In this part, if you have any gobblegums, this is the best time to use it. This is the most difficult part in my opinion, more difficult than the amalgam or even the final phase. Idolize would be the most useful gobblegums in my opinion in this part. Part 7, now we get an amalgam carrying the artifact. Again, staying away most of the time, charging the staff, then shooting and holding the X out. The center artifact beams are deadly at this point. When you run in circles, make sure that you avoid them. Use the HD flopper augment that makes you run fast. It's a must actually here. The target zombie at this point almost one hit, one kill to you. Stay away from it at all costs. If you have one ether shroud left, save it when the amalgam drop the artifact so you can actually shoot it and kill it quickly. Part 8 now is the final step. The most important gobblegum would be the free fire. If you have it, it would be great. If you don't have it, it's not a big deal. Just keep shooting the centerpiece until you kill it. Use decoys or ether shroud or even shock sticks if you have them to keep zombies away from you. And that's it, guys. We are done with the Easter egg. This is the boss fight. It's one of the hardest boss fights so far in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Go ahead and use this strategy and let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you were successful. I would really appreciate it if you share your feedback with us. I tried to explain as much details as I can for this boss fight, but if you still have questions, please go ahead and put them in the comment and I will try my best to answer them. Before you leave the video, consider subscribing to our channel and put in a like. I really appreciate it from you. Until the next one, cheers and have a good one.